Hey there, I'm Donna KIsz, and you're watching Paint This. Hi everybody. For today's project, we are going to paint an autumn wine bottle, and these are all the supplies you're going to need. A wine bottle, obviously. I'm using FolkArt Multi-surface paints, and I have Pueblo, black, white, any orange will do. I have pure orange, Daffodil Yellow, this is licorice, Thicket, and this is Happy Green. I actually think I'm going to switch this. You can use Happy Green, but I think I'm going to switch it to Citrus Green. It doesn't matter. You just need a dark and a light green. I also purchased a set of glass painting brushes. These are also FolkArt, and you get 10 in a pack here. I've used them several times. I really like them. I'll let you know what sizes I use as we go along. All right. First thing I did was I took a cotton ball and some isopropyl alcohol, and after washing the wine bottle, I rubbed it down with that. You want to remove all of the oils from your hands or any kind of debris or dirt so that your paint adheres. All right, so what we're going to do first, I took some painter's tape and I want to make some black and white lines at the top of this bottle. So I went ahead and taped it up. You don't have to, you could just do it by hand, but I just wanted to give this a try. I think the first one I made, I did it, just roughed it. So if you don't have tape, you could just do it without. All right, so we're going to start with, let's see, what size do I want to use here? I think we'll use a number 12 flat. All right, I'm just going to dampen my brushes in water and then touch them on a paper towel. I don't want them too wet because I'm doing glass. So we're going to start, I'm going to do 2 black lines right here and here. So I'm going to pick up my black, load your brush up, just back and forth. Make sure you get a lot of paint on your brush. And with glass, you don't want to push super hard. You kind of want to lay the paint down and use a lot of paint. Okay. Once I get it on there, I'll go around, I'll try to go around in one big stroke so that we don't have cut marks. Although on black, it's pretty good. There, I don't even need to do it. All right, and then the second line will go here. I hope everybody's doing well. I haven't been on in ages. I do apologize for that, but I will be back now. I've been struggling with a lot of health issues, but I'm okay. All right, so far we just have that. That's it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry it. So I purchased this heating gun on Temu. It was like $6. It was pretty cheap, and it works great, especially on glass. But you can use it on canvas. Just keep it moving because it gets super hot. All right, almost done. I'll be right back. Okay, so quite honestly, I don't like the way that came out. So what I'm going to do is paint over it, and I'm just going to do it by hand. All right, so I'm going to take some of my black paint. I'm going to reload my number 12 flat. What we're going to do is we're just going to kind of go over it. I want wider stripes. They just weren't wide enough. And these don't have to be perfect. I like it to look a bit whimsical. And to do that, you don't want them perfect. Although I cannot honestly admit, as I'm sure a lot of you can, that I can never leave anything alone. So things tend to grow when I paint. Okay, so let's see here. I want it somewhat straight. So it's all about pressure on the brush and a steady hand. I'm leaning against my desk and I'm just kind of turning the bottle. All right, so that's better. All right, now I'll just do the bottom one. So much easier this way. All right. Just leave your hand still. Yeah, I miss making videos and painting like this. So I will be back. I have a bunch of holiday projects that I'm going to be sharing with you that I hope you like. And hopefully I'll be able to continue. I'm planning to. All right, so if you go a little over or you don't like something, just wet your brush a little bit and just go over it like that, and it's like an eraser. All right, we're going to tie a ribbon around here too, and in between the black stripes we're going to do white stripes. Okay, now we're also going to do black and white on the bottom, but I don't want to do that yet because we have to paint here and I need to hold the bottle. What we're going to paint, we're going to do a pumpkin, well actually a jack-o'-lantern. So I'm going to take some, well, let me get a bigger brush. I'm going to try to use this one here. This is a size 3/4 inch flat brush, and I just dampened it and then I pat it dry on my paper towel. And what I'm going to do is we're going to load some pure orange. Okay, and I'm going to make the shape of it. I just want to check to see some bottles, just so you know, they have a seam. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a seam on this side and on this side, so I want to go right in the middle of those seams. I don't want to paint and have that seam going right down the center of my design. Okay, so make sure if your bottle has a seam, you're not painting on it. All right, so I want to see where that's right there on each side. So let's try to center it. My center will be like right there. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an oval. I'm going to do like a base coat on here first. Orange is a tough color because it is not opaque. Okay, so then I'm going to go a little like this. I'm just going to make these little ovals that go higher and higher to start. Make sure it's level too. All right, and this I'm just going to lay some paint down here. Now what I did here in the front is I made the oval a little bit lower than the other ones. You'll see why. And you can make your pumpkin any shape you want. Fat, skinny. I tend to go for the fat ones. My mother and I went to get pumpkins. I live in Northwest New Jersey, kind of near the Poconos, about a half an hour away. And it is just beautiful here. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry, and then we'll come back. Thinking if I want one more, I think I do. I need one more like bump over here. Alright, so that's pretty much it right now. It doesn't look like much, but I'm going to dry that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I'm going to do a second coat. This time what I'm going to do is I'm going to side load a little bit of my Pueblo. It's like a brick color almost, with my pure orange. And I'm going to start in the back. Just take a little bit of yellow too on the orange side. There we go. And we are going to start on the top part of the pumpkin here. And I'm going to just do that. Make 3 little bumps like that. And then I'm going to pick up some more Pueblo just on the edge and some more orange. You want to use a lot of paint. And a tiny bit of yellow on the other side. I don't even know if it's ready to do that yet. And then I'm going to go around on the edge of the pumpkin like this. Need some more Pueblo here. Okay. And we'll do the same to the other side. We're going to work our way toward the middle. And then on this side, we'll go. Okay, and what I'm doing, I'm holding my paintbrush perpendicular to the glass. And being it's rounded, it's going to take a little bit of practice. Maybe you want to practice on paper with your pumpkins first. It's up to you, however you're comfortable. Okay, I'm going to bring that down a little bit more on both sides. There. Now I'm going to pick up more orange and more Pueblo on the edge. And I'm going to not go all the way up. I'm just going to come right around here and make another wedge. I don't know if you can see that well enough. I might need some more Pueblo. Okay. And do the same thing on the other side. I want to add a little bit more yellow to this orange. It's a little bit dark for me. Okay, I'm just coming up here. Yeah, the yellow makes a difference. I'm going to add some on the other side as well. Okay, now I'm going to make one right in the center. I'll make an oval here. And this one is going to go a little bit lower. You'll see I'll be touching up right and left here. I'm going to go over this one again. Okay. There we go. And I feel like this side is just a little bit low, so I'm just going to take my finger and even it out. I know pumpkins are not perfect, but I want it to look nice. I want it to be kind of even. So that is what I have so far. And we're going to let that dry. I actually might add a little bit of yellow to that center there. I have a lot of paint on this brush. Let me get rid of some of it. Making a mess, okay? Got to be careful when you do this because you'll pull the paint that's there off. All right, so this is our pumpkin so far. All right, let me dry that. Okay, so now the pumpkin is dry for the most part. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our top part, and I'm going to take white. I have titanium white. Use whatever white you have or whatever black you have. You can use any color you want, actually. All right, I'm going back to my number 12 flat brush, and I'm going to pick up white. I'm just going to load it in my brush. Now, this is probably the hardest line of all because I'm going down the middle. I'm hoping that my black is dry. It should be. And I'm just trying to draw as straight as I can around. I'm going to hold my brush and turn the bottle. I think the other way was easier. Okay, and if you mess it up, it's okay. You can cover it with black. Right. You probably want to do 2 coats of that. Just want to smooth this out with a little black here. There we go. And you just, play around with it until you get it where you want it. I should probably do this a little bit here as well, because it's the front. Okay. And you can come back to that. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little highlighting on my pumpkin, and then we're going to put a face on it. We have to put the stem on and the leaves. So I'm going to take some of that yellow that I had, the Daffodil Yellow, and I'm just going to go to the top of the pumpkin, kind of in the middle here, and just pull a little down. I might add a little white to that, make it a little bit brighter. So we can see our sections just a little bit better. Okay. Okay, and maybe on these back sections, these are the back pieces. Okay, and that's it. And you just touch really super lightly when you're doing your highlights. Oh, I forgot. We need brown. So I'm using this is bark brown. We'll try that one. Let's try bark brown. Okay, I don't need much. And I'm going to take, to do my stem, I'm going to take a small round brush. What do I have here? I have, I think it's a number 6. Yep, number 6 flat brush. Again, it's one of the glass painting brushes. And I'm going to load in some brown. And I'm not going to the top of where the pumpkin is. I'm going just a little below. And I'm going to, that's not very dark, this brown. I'm going to mix in just a drop of black with this brown to make it a hair darker. Careful if you do that with black, because it will take over your color. But I need it to show better. All right, so I'm going to go like where each section is here. And then I'm going to pull up. Yeah, this isn't very dark. I don't know about this brown. I'm adding even more black to it. I'm going to have to go to some umber. Okay. And this is on the stem, all these little lines look good. So you want to leave them. You want that texture. Make a little loop there. There's our pumpkin so far. All right. Now what I want to do, I think I'll use the same brush. I'm going to pick up black and I'm going to just make a jack-o'-lantern face. So I'm going to just use plain black for that. And when you're using your round brush, you want to load it up and kind of roll it. That's what I do. I roll it so I get a nice point on it. And you can make any kind of jack-o'-lantern face. I'm just going to make a classic one. So I'm going to make a little triangle here. And just fill it in. This one needs to be a little bigger. And then I'll make an upside down triangle. And you can make any kind of mouth you want. I'm going to give him one tooth. Make it bigger. So I just put some water on my brush like I showed you before and lightly take some of that black paint away. You got to be careful not to pull up what's underneath. That'll work. Okay, and then we have a little jack-o'-lantern. I'm going to take a little bit, I'm going to use the same brush, take a little bit of white and a little bit of black, more white than black. I want to get a gray color. So this is oops, a little too dark. A little bit more white in there. I think I'm going to make sure you can see that. Just going to do one on the left, like that. Then I'm going to do that to the bottom of the mouth. Okay, and on the left of the tooth. There. So far, that's our little jack-o'-lantern. All right. Okay, I'm going to go back up to the top now and do a quick second coat of white. Now, if you want to, you can make take the back of your brush and take some white paint, and you can dot eyes in your pumpkin. Like that. You don't have to, but you can. It's an idea. I'm going back to my stem. I'm going to pick up some more brown and black. And I'm actually not even going to really mix it. I'll let it mix on here. There we go. Okay. All right, so now what we're going to do, let me put this down for a second. I'm going to take some citrus green and Thicket Green, and I'm going to make some leaves. So now I'm going to use my I think it's a number 2 script liner. I haven't used it yet. Let's see. I think that's what it is. It is a number 2 script liner. I'm going to wet it, dry it off on the paper towel, and I'm going to pick up some green, both greens actually. I'm going to put both of them on my brush. All right, and I'm going to pull it out here like this. Just a stem. And I might have one going out the other way as well. Like that. And now I'll draw some leaves. Okay. So for this, I'm going to use a number 10 flat. Again, dampen it, dry it on the paper towel, and I'm going to double load Thicket Green and Citrus Green. Let me make sure I'm on camera. I feel like I'm too far to the left here. I can't see when I'm filming. I'm a one-man show here. I wish I had help, but I don't. So I can't see what I'm filming. All right, let's move some of this back. I don't need all this up here. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the, I'm thinking here, what do I want? I'm gonna put the dark color on the outside, and I'm going to just make little loops like that. Bring them to a point. I need more thicket. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So we have a little leaf like that. Actually, it's a pretty big leaf. Then I'm going to make one on the other side. Okay. So we're going to do the same kind of thing. Oops, I went backwards in the paint, which happens. Okay. I'll make this one go. I'm going to make this one a little smaller. Actually, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to make some of these kinds of leaves. And we'll have a little bit of a variation. I need some more paint on here. And we'll just pull stems. Okay, so our design so far looks like this. Okay, you can do a second layer on those leaves if you choose to. I don't know. We're going to put lights in this too at the end. It's going to be very pretty. All right, so now the bottom part, we're going to do black and white. Now I need a wide, I'm going to use my biggest flat brush that comes in the kit. It's a 3/4 inch. And we're going to go back and forth with black and white across the bottom. You can go as high as you want. I'm probably going to go maybe 1.5 inches or so. So we'll start with the white. Okay, I'm going to put a lot of paint on my brush, and I'm going to start right smack in the middle of where the pumpkin is. So I'm going to do a lot of paint right there. Okay, and I'm going to move and go over here, all the way around. Carefully spin the bottle around. All the way down, more paint. And one last one here. And then we will go and do some black lines. in between. All right, I'm just rinsing off my brush. It's a little blobby. I want to rinse off a little bit here. Got some globs. That'll do. And then one more right here. You don't have to do this. I'm just like I said, I can never leave anything alone. I should practice what I preach. All right, and then the rest in between we'll do in black. I'm going to dry this with my little heat gun and I will be right back. Okay, so I went and dried it all. So far this is what we have. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take that 3/4 inch flat and I'm going to put black lines on the bottom. So I'm just going to load my brush. There we go. I don't apply a lot of pressure and I try to do one stroke all the way down so we don't have any cut marks. The black doesn't show them as much. One little bottom edge doesn't want to paint. There we go. And one more, I think. There we go. Wipe this off my table before it dries. So this is what it looks like. Okay. I don't know if you could see that. Okay. All right. Okay, we're almost done. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to take this 5/8 inch gingham ribbon. I think I got it in the Dollar Tree. Tie a bow around the neck of the bottle. Be careful because, well, I have to be careful because my paint's still wet. Normally I would tell you to wait a while, but I did blow dry it. That should be long enough, so I'll do the same on this side. Cut it. And then on your edges, if you want to make a pretty edge, just cut from your, fold it over, cut from your corners to the inside. So you get this. Okay, you don't have to, but I like to do that. It looks pretty. And I just tie a simple bow. Move it down just, it's a little bit big. You have to adjust it, play around with it, adjust it. I gotta be careful, this paint's still a little bit wet. And this is just a little bit too long for my liking. Just gonna cut it here. There we go. And now for the lights. I got these, oh my God, a long time ago on wish.com. I think I won them. But anyway, you get these in the Dollar Tree and then, oops, sorry about the shaky camera. All you do is just unfold them and put them in the bottle, and then it comes with a cap and a switch. So I'll be right back to show you after I get them in here. Okay, so it takes a bit of patience and finagling, but I got them in. And then there's a little switch on the top, and you turn it on, and your bottle lights up. Isn't it pretty? It's a cute gift for somebody, or just for your own decor, and it's very, very easy to do. I hope you liked my video and my content. Please give me a like, and I hope you subscribe. Thanks. Have a great day, and happy Halloween.